Hi there, welcome to our third session in our 8-part video series, Pilates for Beginners. I hope by now you're getting into the rhythm of your Pilates practice. It takes some consistency and work, so if you can try and schedule in your Pilates practice every week, that would be really great. Maybe you work better in the morning, maybe at lunchtime, or maybe in the evening. Find the time that works for you and keep going with your practice. So today we're going to start on our mats, lying down, so let's get going. So let's get down on our mats. We're going to start lying on our sides today. So just resting your head on the back of your arm. And we're going to bring our top hand behind our head and bring our elbows forward. So our head's sandwiched between our hands or our arms. And our knees are together and our hips are forward. So we're going to do some spinal rotation. So we're going to keep the lower part of the body really steady and try and get as much movement into the upper body as we can and into the spine especially. So inhale, point the elbow up, make sure you can see it. Exhale, rotate back and really try and open your chest to the ceiling. Keep your knees down, your hips forward, and then big exhale back to the start. Take your time with this because this is just a warm-up exercise. So we want to get the body acclimatized to moving. And we'll move a little bit more as we progress through the class. And back. And it's a 4-breath pattern. So we're going to inhale, bring the elbow up. Exhale, open up to the ceiling. Keep trying to turn back. Hold. And then rotate back to the start. Last one, inhaling up. Exhaling back. Keep those knees on the floor and hold. And then big exhale back to the start. So keeping the head position the same, you're going to straighten your legs out. And you're going to move right to the back edge of the mat. We'll bend the lower knee forward and keep the top leg straight. And we're going to kick forward like you're kicking a football, 2 exhales, and then bring the legs straight back. So exhale forward, inhale back. Double exhale, inhale back. Upper body stays nice and steady. Kick, kick, and point. Kick, kick, and point. Keep your control, take your time. Let's go for one more. And point, and then bring both legs straight. Now keep the top leg up. Bottom leg is fully straight, and we're going to lift and lower the top leg. You're going to keep your hand on the floor for stability, and we're going to lift up and lower down. As we lift up, we're pointing our toes. As we lower down, we're flexing our foot. Inhale up, exhale down. Try not to touch down on the lower leg. We're just coming to a hover. One more. Okay, and hold in your hover. We're going to make a circle about the size of a beach ball. 4, 3, everything else holding steady. 2, 1, change direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, keep that top leg up. Join it with the bottom leg. Hold it there. Now lengthen, growing longer, and then lowering back down. Top leg up, bottom leg joins, hold, and lower. And again, and join, and hold, and lower, and up. Join, hold, and lower. And lift both legs up and hold. We're going to lower and lift the bottom leg. Keep the top leg where it is. So let's inhale down, exhale up, and down, and up, and down, and up, and down, and up. Together, let's lift the top leg up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more. And lower both legs down, and lift both legs up, and down, and up, and down. Keep that upper body relaxed. Relax your shoulders. Let's go for 4 more. And 3, and 2, and 1. We're not done yet, staying up. We're going to point the toes and flex, and point, and flex, and point, and flex, point, and flex. Let's go for 4, 3, and 2, and 1, and down we go, bend the knees, and just drop the top knee down to the floor and give the side of the leg a rub out or into your glutes, wherever you felt the work happening. Some people will feel it right down their legs. So wherever you felt it, just rub it out. Okay, and then we're going to switch over to the other side and do the same again on the other side of the body. So we'll start with our spinal rotation, and we're going to rest the head on the back of the arm, bend the knees, and just bring the elbow forward. So knees down, hips forward. Let's go, inhale up to the ceiling, exhale back, open the chest to the ceiling. Keep trying to rotate here. Hold it, and then big exhale back to the start. And again. Let's just do one more. Really trying to get that rib cage around. Fantastic. So just lining the upper body on the back of the mat, straighten the legs, and we're going to just bend the lower knee and keep the top leg hovering off the mat. For a side kick, flex the foot and kick forward. And point. Bring the leg back to the straight line, in line with your spine, and kicking forward. And point, exhale, exhale. Inhale. And one more. Keep the leg up, bring the bottom leg to join, and we're going to lift and lower that top leg. Inhale and exhale, and point and flex. Inhale up, exhale down. Keep the upper body relaxed. Last 2 and 1. Okay, and hold in the hover and rotate for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Change direction. 1, full circle. 2, hold steady. 3 and 4. Keep the top leg up and join it. And hold it there. Reach, lengthen, and lower. And up. And join, and hold. And lower, and again. One more. And let's bring both legs up and hold. We're going to move the bottom leg down and up. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. Top, up, and down. And up, and down. Breathing in as we lift. Exhale down, and one more. And down. Starting to feel a little burn there. Let's keep going. Up, and down, and up, and down. Let's go for 4 more. 3, 2, 1, and down and up and hold, and point and flex. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and lower both legs down. Drop the knee to the floor, and give the side of the leg a little rub out. Okay, great. And then moving from here, we're going to go onto our backs, lying on our backs. So just rolling down. We always roll down slowly when we do Pilates. Just take your time. Okay, and we're going to just make sure the pelvis is neutral. So just nice and level with our gap in our back. And we're going to walk our left foot a little bit down the mat. Okay, and bring your right leg up. So if you can straighten your leg, that's great. But if you've got really tight hamstrings, you mightn't be able to straighten your leg. So you can bend your knee, and that's no problem. The movement for this exercise comes from the hip. Okay, so we're going to keep the pelvis really steady, and we're going to move the whole leg. So let's go. We're going to cross over the midline. Inhale, and then exhale out and around to make a big circle. So one leg circle around, down, in and up. And we're working hard here to keep the middle of our body steady. So we're stabilizing through the center and then trying to increase the range of motion in the leg. Let's change direction. Inhale for the first half, exhale for the second. And again, inhale and exhale. And one more. Fantastic, just hug your knee in and extend the other leg down the mat. And stay here in the long stretch and just breathe. And let's switch sides. So we're going to walk the right foot down a little bit further than it would naturally land. We're going to send the left leg up. Make sure our pelvis is neutral and nice and steady. We're crossing over the midline first. So inhale in and down. Exhale out and around. And pause at the top just for a split second. Let's go again. Inhale and exhale and pause. So we stop the movement so we don't pick up momentum. We have a lot more control and it's a lot more work. Okay, and then just checking in that your shoulders are relaxed, that your pelvis is neutral, and the non-moving leg stays exactly that, not moving. Let's change direction, out and down, in and up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and one more. And hug it in, extend that other leg down the mat. Just hug your knee nice and close to you and feel that length through the front of the hip. Fab. Let's extend both legs down the mat and curl our toes up to our knees. So you feel a nice pull at the back of your legs into your calf muscles. And then let's extend into the front of the body, point the toes down and bring the arms right up and over for full body stretch. Bring the arms down, bend your knees, and let's do a couple of ab preps. So neutral pelvis. We've included this exercise in all the classes so far, but we're going to progress it because it feeds into a lot of our harder exercises that we're going to be introducing over the next few weeks. So let's make sure we're getting it right to start with. We do a chin nod, exhale, lift, inhale, hold, and exhale, lower. And again. Remember the chin nod first, exhale up. And slowly lowering. The lowering here also builds the strength in your abs. Let's bend the elbows behind the head. Chin nod, exhale. And again. Two more. One more. Okay, so we're going to add in a little extra here. We're going to come on up. Keep your elbows wide in line with your ears, and you're just going to turn towards the opposite thigh. Keep an eye on your thigh, so you're looking at it. You're going to try and turn your shoulder towards your thigh, and then come back to center. Don't go down. Let's go to the other side. And back in. And back in. And back in. Keep the pelvis steady. Let's do 4 more. Exhale to turn. 1 more. And bring it back in. And lower your head down and just pull your knees into your chest. And just take a breather for a second there. And then lower the feet to the floor. We're going to just check in with the pelvis that it's neutral, and we're going to change position from neutral into what we call imprint. And in the imprint position, we usually lift our legs off the floor once we are imprinted. And it's a really nice, safe place to have your spine once you start lifting your legs off the floor. So you can guess what's coming next. We're going to roll the pelvis back, but also we're going to drop the rib cage down. And that's really important because a lot of people are really good at tilting their pelvis, but then they leave their ribs up really high. So we'll do that again. We're going to just come back to our start position, and it feels like you're really open here. There's a big gap between your ribs and your pelvis. You're going to take an inhale, and as you exhale, roll your pelvis back and drop your ribs down, and you'll feel that this gap has narrowed at the front. And holding that position, we're going to lift one leg up Okay, as you can see, I have my hands on the front here because this gives me lots of feedback through my fingers, so I know I'm keeping control. We're going to lift the second leg off. When we lift our leg off, we shouldn't have any gap in our back or any push out through the tummy. Lower the first leg down, toe heel, and lower the second leg down, toe heel. So the last leg down starts the move. So let's go up 1, join it, 2, lower for 3, and lower for 4. So I'm going to call out the legs and moving so you don't get mixed up just to start with. So right leg up, left leg up, right leg down, left leg down. So left was last down, starts the move left up, right up, left down, right down. Okay, let's keep it going. Up, up, down, down. Really light in your movement. Don't come down heavy with your feet. Okay, last up, and we're going to stay up. Okay, let's tap one foot down and bring it back up. Inhale down, exhale up. Reaching down the mat, and up, and down, and up. And sometimes what happens here is people will bend their knees and just tap beside their bum, and that's not the move. So I want you to really try hard to move your thigh away from your chest, down to the floor, and bring it back up. And you can see when one leg is tapping down, the other leg is holding steady. And that's our core working stabilize. Okay, let's just do a couple of more of these. One more each side. And we're going to change it slightly into double tap. Inhale, inhale, exhale. Tap, tap, return. Tap, tap, return. If you're finding this too tough, you can also keep one leg on the floor and just work through one side. Okay, and keep with that until you're ready to have both legs off. Okay? Better to get stronger at the easier one rather than jumping ahead too soon. Okay, last double tap each side. And we're going to combine this move with our ab prep that we've just been doing. So hands behind the head, elbows wide, and we're going to ab prep off. Okay, so lift your pelvic floor, draw in your tummy, make sure your rib cage is down and your back is flat to the floor. Let's double tap again. And hold. Now we're going to alternate, so one leg up and one leg down. Keep the bend in the knee and switch, and switch, and switch. Let's exhale to tap. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Head down, hug the knees in, and say, well done me. Okay, just gentle rock from side to side. So while we're in this position and we're working with our imprint, we're going to bring in our 100. And we're going to progress our 100, building on what we've done in the previous weeks. So let's go again with our imprint. Roll your pelvis back, drop your ribs down, lift one leg up at a time. This time we're going to bring our knees and feet together. Arms are long. Now you can choose, if you find it's too much pressure on your neck to lift your head off the floor, then leave your head down. You can always do this with the head down. But if you're feeling okay, let's go for a head off. So chin nod, exhale off. And we're going to do 10 with our legs in tabletop, this position. And then we're going to do 10 with the legs extended. Okay? And just work where you feel okay. So arms are long. Let's go. 10, pulsing in for 5 and out for 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5 and out. Extend. Bend. Extend. And bend. Halfway there, keep going. Lift tall, looking forward. Keep your shoulders down and wide. And last 20, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last 10, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to tabletop. Lower your head, neck, and shoulders down. Lower one leg down at a time. And what we're going to do is drop our knees out to one side and rotate away from our knees in the upper body. So reach your arm away, reach your head away, and push your knees down to the floor. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back into center. And we switch sides, drop the knees out, reach the arm away, and hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. So come on up into seated position, and we're going to bring ourselves right over onto our tummies to work on our back extensors and build these up. So we spend a lot of our day bent over our desks or working forward on computers and things like that. So this is really good to work on to open up the front of our body and strengthen up our backs. So let's start with our feet really wide over the corners of our mats. And we're going to rest our foreheads down on the back of our hands. So if you can, you're going to go as wide as you can with your elbows. Rather than having your hands close to your elbows, you're going to go really, really wide. So you've got a little bit of space for your shoulders to relax down. And as we're lying here, we're going to imagine, again, we're going back to the beach. Remember those places? And we're going to imagine we're lying on the beach. And usually when we're lying on the beach, our tummy's really relaxed, right? But we're going to imagine there's something crawling underneath our belly button. We're going to just lift the tummy slightly off the floor, a little pull in, okay? And then we're going to reach our leg long down the mat. So right leg reaching long, 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 like someone's pulling it, and then lift it off. And then lower it back down. And then switch to the left side, reach your leg first, grow it longer, and then lift off. Now all the time you're keeping that tummy pulled in. So when you lift your leg, you don't want to feel your tummy pushing out, which will happen if you're not paying attention. So you've got to really draw in as you lift your leg. And we're only looking for the leg lift. We're not looking to move our pelvis. So if you're really enthusiastic, you can lift your whole pelvis off. But that's not the exercise we're doing today. So I want you to keep your pelvis down on the floor. So let's keep it going. Reach and lift. Exhale. Inhale to lower. Switch sides. Let's go for 4 more. And 1 more. And let's lift both legs off together. And just a modification for this one, if you find it's too hard on your back to lift your 2 legs, just stick with the single leg lift. So double leg lift. Off we go. Exhale. Inhale, lower. Take your time. Gradually up, gradually down. Reach and lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. Watch the tummy at the front. 4 more. And last one. And lower down. So we're going to add in an extra little layer here. We're going to lift off, straight up. Bring your heels together. Then widen your feet apart and lower to the floor. All the time keeping really steady in that upper body. So sometimes what happens here is people lift their upper body when they lift their legs. You're going to try and keep as relaxed as possible. So lifting off, exhale. And inhale. Together, exhale, widen, and inhale to lower. Let's go again. Last round. Fantastic. Okay, so leaving the head resting on the forearms, you're going to bend your right knee, point your toes, flex your heel, and lengthen down your mat. And switch sides, point, flex, extend. And lengthen, exhale, exhale, inhale. Reach, and lengthen. Last one each side. Okay, we're going to bring that up a little bit more, up onto our forearms. And you're going to rest on the side of your forearms. Bring your hand into your fist into your hand even, and push your chest forward. Reach your legs back, and we'll do the same again. Point, flex, extend. This time we're looking forward, straight out in front of us, rather than down at the mat. Last one each side. down. So let's bring the arms out straight, and we're going to do some swimming prep. Again, those feet are wide, and I want you to work really hard and turning your legs out to the side, so your knees are looking out to the side of your mat. We're going to lift our left arm and our right leg off the mat and lower, and switch sides, and lower. Exhale to reach and lift, and lower, and lower, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And now we're going to lift our head, neck and shoulders off and hold, reaching forward, drawing in the tummy, and let's tap the floor for 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and we're down. You're going to just push yourselves back into shell. Crackety crack. Drawing in the tummy, we all crack. Rounding out the spine. And just take a couple of breaths here. And bring the hands back and the head down. And just relax into the floor. Okay, and then bringing it up onto our hands and knees. We're going to tuck our toes under this time and bring our knees and feet together. Okay, slide your shoulder blades down the back. And we're going to take an inhale, and as we exhale, we're just lifting our knees off the floor. Hold there for an inhale, and exhale, lower back down. So when you lift off, I want you to try and squeeze your knees together as hard as you can. So let's go again, inhale. Exhale, lift off. Don't drop your head. Push the floor away. Slide your shoulders down and lower back down. Let's just do 2 more. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift off. Inhale, hold. And exhale, lower. And 1 more. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift off. Hold. And lower. Okay? If you're going pretty well with that, we're going to hold on for a little bit longer. We're going to do 4 breaths while holding the knees off the floor. And if you feel that's too much challenge for you, you just come down and up as we've just done. So ready to go. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift off. And we'll start our count from now. Breathing in and breathing out. Really trying to expand those rib cages and those lungs. 2 more breaths. And 1 more breath. And bring it back down. Widen the knees this time. We'll go into our child pose. And we'll walk our hands forward and turn your palms up to the ceiling. And then sitting up, we're just going to do a couple of mobs or mobilizations on the wrists. So just rest your elbows on your knees and just twist your wrists around. Little circles. Okay? We keep the elbows in because sometimes people do this and they feel like they're doing loads, but actually they're moving their elbows a lot, like the chicken dance. So let's just circle the other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're going to go down, and up, and down, and up, down. You might hear a lot of clunking and cracking in your wrists, so which is probably a sign you need to be doing this. And then let's go side to side. So little finger side, thumb side, little finger side, thumb side, and 1 more each side. And then shake the wrists out. And you can do this in any position. You'll be seated in the chair or standing if you don't want to be still on the floor. And that's it for today, guys. So see you next time on the mat. Thank you.